The hidden meaning behind cave paintings. Beneath the layers of dust and stone, in the silent darkness of forgotten caves, lies one of humanity's greatest mysteries. Long before there were books, before there were cities, before even the wheel was invented, our ancestors painted. But they didn't paint where people could easily see. They painted deep underground, in pitch-black tunnels, far from sunlight. And what they left behind is more than just art. These cave paintings may hold the key to understanding the ancient mind, ancient rituals, and perhaps even something greater, an early attempt to speak with forces beyond our world. Today, we journey back 40,000 years to decode the hidden meaning behind these mysterious works of art and what they reveal about who we once were. 1. The origins, where the first artists walked. The story begins in places like Chauvet Cave in France, where some of the oldest known cave paintings have been discovered, dating back 32,000 to 40,000 years. But these sites aren't isolated. From Lascaux in Europe to Sulawesi in Indonesia, from Australia's Arnhem Land to South Africa's Blombos Cave, early humans across the globe who never met shared the same instinct to paint animals, symbols, handprints, and strange figures deep inside the earth. What compelled them to do this? And why in such inaccessible places? Archaeologists were baffled until new theories emerged. 2. Beyond decoration, a language of spirit and survival. Early scholars assumed the paintings were decorative or perhaps educational. But over time, a deeper truth began to emerge. These paintings weren't just visual records. They were spiritual. Some researchers believe the act of painting these images was ritualistic, connected to what we now call hunting magic. By painting a bison, a stag, or a mammoth, prehistoric humans believed they could summon the spirit of the animal, ensure a successful hunt, or perhaps thank the earth for its bounty. These were not simply pictures. They were prayers. 3. The shaman theory. Portals between worlds. Another groundbreaking theory comes from anthropologist David Lewis Williams. According to him, many cave paintings, especially those with half-human, half-animal figures, are visual records of shamanic trances. In other words, the cave was not a canvas. It was a sacred temple. Shamans would enter altered states of consciousness through drumming, dancing, fasting, or plant medicine, and journey into other realms. What they saw during these visions, they painted onto the cave walls upon returning. These weren't stories. They were revelations. The dots, spirals, zigzags, often dismissed as abstract art, may be records of visions seen in trance states. 4. The handprints, a cry through time. One of the most haunting images in many caves is the human handprint. Dozens, sometimes hundreds, some painted with ochre, others stenciled using mouth-blown pigment. Why? Were these signatures, territorial marks, or something else? Some believe these handprints were a way of saying, "I was here," a direct message from a soul tens of thousands of years ago, trying to reach forward in time. Others think they may have been part of a ritual, perhaps initiation ceremonies, or symbolic acts to connect the self to the spirit world. Imagine this. A young hunter places his hand on cold stone, exhales pigment through a hollow bone, and leaves his mark for eternity. That's not just art. That's time travel. 5. Sacred darkness. Why caves? Why not paint on trees, rocks, or cliffs? Why go deep into caves, risking darkness, danger, even death? Because darkness meant something. It was the realm of dreams, visions, and gods. By going underground, early humans entered what they believed was the underworld, or perhaps the womb of the earth itself. The paintings became part of an immersive spiritual experience, guided by firelight, echoing chants, and the flickering movement of images across irregular cave surfaces. This wasn't just art. It was ceremony. It was myth. It was cosmic connection. What it all means. Cave paintings are the earliest echoes of human imagination, and perhaps the earliest attempt to connect with something bigger than ourselves. In those ancient chambers, humans reached out into the unknown. They recorded dreams, visions, hopes, fears, and maybe, just maybe, they left messages meant for us. So what do they say? They say that the human spirit has always searched for meaning, that we've always wondered about life, death, and the forces we cannot see. And they remind us that even in our most primitive form, we were already storytellers, already spiritual, already human. Do you believe these cave paintings were more than just art? Could they be our ancestors' attempt to leave us a message from across the ages? Let me know your theory in the comments. And if you want to keep exploring the deepest secrets of our forgotten past, subscribe to Secrets Beyond Time, because the oldest stories are the ones that still live in stone.